What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the title of this video, today we are doing a full face of e.l.f. cosmetics. I got so many e.l.f. goodies and there were some hits and there were some misses. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'll tell you what I thought of everything, but we created this full look. We did everything from foundation all the way to setting spray. So you'll be able to see what I loved, what I didn't love, what's worth maybe not spending a ton of money on in terms of like maybe another brand that has more expensive stuff. Like you could sub in some of this less expensive stuff in case you're looking. So if you want to see how I got this look right here and hear what I thought about all of these e.l.f. cosmetic goodies, then keep on watching. So let's jump right in. I am starting with my e.l.f. Putty Poreless Putty Primer. Honestly, love this primer just in general, not even because it's an amazing price. Like the quality of this primer is so good, especially if you have fine lines or texture that you want to cover. So I just kind of like really hit those areas specifically. Moving right along, we are going to go in with this satin finish foundation. I'm so excited to try this. Flawless satin finish, flawless satin foundation, whatever. Oil-free, medium coverage, and I got the shades 120 and 150 because I was not sure. It's so hard to tell, especially like in a drugstore. Looks like this one was opened. Let's hope 150 works because I can't do that. I hate when people do that. This is a glass bottle, which I love. I'm just gonna give it a little shake. Let's do a couple pumps on the back of my hand. Actually, this shade looks really good. So I'm not gonna use 120 because that's disgusting. All right, let's just, ooh, look at that consistency. It almost feels like a little whipped. Let's just go right on the face. Oh, she feels thick. All right, I also picked up their complexion sponges. There's a little trio. This is 2 of them. Look how big and bouncy and fluffy. And then there's also this teeny tiny baby that I did not wet, but I wet these 2 because I'm gonna use these 2 today. So let's just start bouncing this in. I also have an e.l.f. foundation brush. I'm gonna try this on the other side of my face just to see which one I like better for you guys. I like that. It feels pretty matte. I think I wanna add some kind of, let's see. I have this setting mist from them that I'm gonna put on. It's a long lasting setting spray. It's not like a dewy one, but I'm gonna try it. All right, I'm trying the foundation brush. Okay, so I really like the coverage that the brush is giving me. So I'm kind of just going over everything, like any like red areas or like, you know, whatever pigmentation I have, because it seems to be like, I don't know, just covering those up better. But I did like the sponge. I felt like it was nice and big. I just don't, it was a little damp still. Maybe I need to get it more dry. I don't know, I just feel like, I think I like the brush better. We're gonna keep using the sponge though. So let's go on with concealer. Next, I got 2 concealers. So the hydrating camo and then the flawless brightening concealer. I think I'm gonna do the hydrating camo because I got a sponge that is specifically made for the camo concealer, which I think is very cool. I wanna make sure this is as dry as can be. Like I wet it under the sink, but it needs to be dry to the touch. This is pretty dry now. So e.l.f. also makes a 24-hour original camo concealer. I got the shade Light Ivory. But I wanted to try the hydrating one because I just feel like the other one was just a little too, like not hydrating enough for my under eye. It actually reminds me a lot of Shape Tape. So it's just a little thick. So, but if you like that like super, super full coverage, you're gonna like that one. But hopefully this one is good and hydrating. So let's use that sponge. Just start pressing that in. I love how this sponge just fits perfectly right in this under eye area. I like that so far. I don't know if I feel like it's insanely hydrating, but the coverage is nice. Okay, sorry, had to grab Logan. You know, it was stressing me out how dry my lips are, so I just popped on a lip. I actually didn't grab a bunch of lip products, so that's done. Sorry, those lips are not e.l.f. Anyway, this concealer, I don't love how it's feeling like it's settling, but I'm just warming it up with my fingers, and I'm gonna grab the Halo Glow setting powder. And I got the shade, the pink shade, and I'm using that same sponge, and I'm just gonna set just the under eye, and I'm hoping, I mean, this is definitely brightening, which is nice. I'm hoping this is just gonna allow it to not settle as much as it was settling. We will see. Next up, I need bronzer because I look like a literal vampire right now. I got the Putty bronzer in the shade Honey Drip. I also have this powder bronzer palette that I'm obsessed with, so I think I'm gonna use both. So I'm gonna start with the Putty because we wanna start with creams and then move on to powders. So I'm gonna use a brush for this. You know what I'm gonna use? I'm gonna use that foundation brush. Yeah, so this is a buffing foundation brush. I'm just gonna go right in and let's go to town. Oh, that color's good. That color is good. Wait, I think I love this. Holy shit. This is so creamy. It's so blendable. So I'm just kind of sculpting the face right now. I'm gonna go back and blend everything, but I just wanna I like to kind of get the product down first. And then I can always go back and blend either with the brush or a sponge. Do down the sides of my nose and underneath my nose. This is gonna bring so much light to the face. I'm also gonna do my eyelids. And kind of pull that outward. I love that. We need to blend obviously a lot more, but I'm just gonna grab that big sponge and just press this in a little bit more. That just brought so much life to the face because that foundation was just, I mean, it was a good match, but it was light. Like I normally go a little more tan on my foundation, but that was the only one that I could find with neutral undertones. So I really like that. I feel like that's natural. It really warms the face up. I think I might add a teeny bit more. Let's try it with the sponge too, just to see. I'm gonna use like the butt of the sponge and just get it in there. Yeah, I like that method as well. This is definitely a yes for me. We're gonna come back to that. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab the powder palette. This is just the e.l.f. bronzing palette. I love it. This bottom right shade, I feel like is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. I've said this on TikTok. And this is an e.l.f. bronzer brush, airbrush blender. It has this angle, which I love for bronzer because you can kind of just stamp it in. So this you can see has like more of a reddish undertone, very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury. I wear the shade 2 in that one, but I just feel like that warms up the face so beautifully. Let's go down the neck and add a little color to the neck. Do we see how things are coming together here? We were getting a little scared there for a minute, but look how nice. I love the combo of that Putty bronzer and the powder. It's so nice. Okay, for brows, I'm gonna use the Instant Lift brow pencil right here. This is the shade, honestly, I don't know, but I believe it was taupe. I always go for like a taupe shade. Blonde is usually a little too light for me, and then like the browns can be a little too like amber warm, you know? So I like a taupe. And I used this product actually on my drugstore, full face of drugstore tutorial that I did a couple weeks ago. And I didn't love it. It was good. I mean, I think it's like $3. So like, that's kind of the way I'm judging it. Like I can't judge it against a $30 eyebrow product. You know what I mean? But for freaking $4, it gets the job done. I love that it has the product in the spoolie, and we do need a brow gel. I don't know if I have one from e.l.f. I know they make one, but I didn't get a brow gel, but it's okay. Why don't I just use the Morphe because that is a comparable, affordable option. And I know this one is decent. I just always have to do a gel to keep them standing up straight. Otherwise they just look so thin and flat and sad. Yeah, I actually love that brow. It feels natural, fluffy, nice. Okay, blush. I got 2 of the monochromatic multi-stick, one in Dazzling Peony and one in Luminous Berry. I think I'm gonna use both of them. I love to mix a couple blush shades. Oh, this feels like it's gonna be shimmery. That's actually really pretty. It does have a tiny bit of a shimmer, which I'm not obsessed with, but that is the shade Luminous Berry. I think I might like this one more. Let's see. Yeah, this one's more my jam. It doesn't have a shimmer. This is Dazzling Peony. So I think I'm gonna pick this up on that same brush. Let's keep using those brushes. Just go like this, and then we're just gonna press this right on the high points of the cheek. That's pretty. It's creamy too, and it gives a glow. That's my favorite thing about a cream blush, or what I should say is like, that's what I look for in a cream blush, is like a nice luminosity. That is gorgeous. I hate when I put a cream blush on and I feel like I have to do a highlight on top. Oh God, what was that? One of the bristles just came right out on my face. But do you know what I mean? I hate just like having to do more product, and especially like I don't want to do a powder highlight necessarily in the summer. I like to keep it creamy. So what do you guys think of that? I love that. And you can see I'm just hitting my lids as well. I'm not really gonna do eyeshadow. I'm just gonna do what I usually do, which is blush and bronzer. And I do like a full wash of that, pull that out a little bit, but that's gorge. A little bit on the nose. Wanna look nice and sun-kissed. This is separating. That blush just separated all of my foundation and concealer. Do you guys see that? I don't know if it's the way I applied it or what. It could have just been the concealer separating. I don't know, but I'm not, like this side's fine. I'm not happy about that. Okay, let's see if I can fix that. I'm just gonna grab that same sponge I used the concealer and let's just try and buff some of this. I might need to go back on with more concealer. I can't believe that. It's like all that makeup is just gone from right here on my face. I don't know what happened there. I will get to the bottom of it and report back. Let's do a teeny bit of foundation. Hopefully this solves the problem. Oh yeah, perfect. Honestly, I like how that foundation went on better that time than I did initially. I guess I just don't understand what's happening here. I don't know what caused that. Okay, I think I salvaged it. I'm not sure if that was how I applied the blush or just the blush formula in general. I'm just gonna leave it alone. When I tend to obsess over something, I usually end up making it worse. So I'm gonna leave it alone. You're gonna go on with eyeliner. This is the No Budge retractable eyeliner in the shade Coffee. And I'm just gonna do like a little teeny baby wing. I think that's my plan, just like that. That went on really nice and smooth. It's supposed to stay in place as well, so we will see. I like how creamy it is, and it just like, it just really comes off. Like I don't have to press hard at all. Easy to use for sure. I'm gonna grab that smaller sponge and just clean up the edge of this wing. I like that because it's a really subtle shadow wing. I like that. What do you guys think? That was nice. All right, and then we're keeping the eyes so basic today. I'm just gonna leave it like that, and then I'm just gonna use this mascara. It's the Big Mood Mega Volume Lifting Mascara. Looks like this. I love that wand. Let's see. I love like a thick, what's the word? Like when the wand goes like this, you know what I'm saying? Contoured, like an hourglass. Okay, so I like the mascara. I don't love it. I feel like I had to do a lot of coats to get it where I wanted it to be. I do feel like we got it there, but I also have pretty long lashes, so I feel like I can usually make most mascaras work. If you have shorter lashes, I don't think you're gonna love that one. Last thing I'm gonna do is just set again with that Stay All Day Blue Setting Micro Setting Mist. I like how this protects from blue light. I went ham on that. I did a lot there. It's supposed to lock everything down. Absorbs light, skin loving ingredients, aloe, elderflower. Okay, it's a matte, shine-free finish. I don't love matte, so that's just my own problem. Other than this area right here, I feel like this came together. There are definitely some hits and some misses. By far, my two favorite products are the Putty Bronzer and the Powder Bronzer palette. I just think they are so good. I really liked the blush a lot too, but I feel like it just separated my makeup, and I don't know why. Let me try and do a little bit with my finger. Let's see if that, maybe I just should not have applied it with the brush, because I just think that shade is so pretty and that sheen was so beautiful. You guys saw it. It wasn't just me. Yeah, maybe I actually do really love that applied with my finger. So I think you just have to be careful how you apply. I mean, it's just the rule of thumb with everything. Also, like, some things don't work well with other things, so keep that in mind. This is obviously a first impressions. I will keep using all of these products and let you guys know, but I felt like the misses were the concealer and the setting and the brightening powder. I don't know if it was one or the other because I used both, but I felt like I just feel very dry under my eye right here and I'm not loving that. I think I'm gonna add a little dewy setting spray after this, but brows I feel like look good. I loved the eyeliner and the bronzer, very good. Foundation, I would say if you're more oily, you're gonna like it more. I didn't feel like it was a satin finish. It felt more like a matte finish to me personally. There's the look, there's the full face. I hope you guys enjoyed this little full face first impression. Get ready with me. If you guys want more drugstore videos, leave that in the comments below. Let me know what brands you want me to do full face of. Of course, there's a million drugstore and affordable brands, so I'm happy to do any of those for you. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.